Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the transmission neutral run control on the 627G scraper. So it's important to know what the switch is, why we use it, and when we don't use it. One thing right off the bat, if you ever do need to use this switch and put that rear transmission in neutral for whatever reason, try to make sure that that engine is on. That's because when the engine's on, it provides lubrication to all the gears and other stuff going on in that transmission, protecting it. So if you ever need to tow and that rear transmission you ever need to put in neutral, make sure that engine is on. It will lubricate the system. The switch itself is located on the top right operator panel above you. The switch itself is pretty simple. You press it in one way and you can press it in the other way. One way will engage the transmission neutral run and one will disengage it. So let's talk about what the icons mean on the switch. This icon with an arrow pointed down to this little bar means that the transmission is engaged. That means you have power to that means the rear axle is spinning and providing torque, helping you cut, helping you drive up steep inclines. It's giving you power. If the switch is clicked to this icon with the arrow pointed up and away from this bar, that means that rear transmission is disengaged. So remember, with the arrows pointed down to the bar, it's engaged, and when it's pointed up and away, it's disengaged. So I took a picture of this scraper. The operator was complaining that he wasn't having any power, wondering why. So I went in the cab, and one of the first things I looked at was this switch here. I want you to tell me, based on that icon, if the rear transmission is engaged or disengaged. It's a little hard to see. We're a little far away, but I think you can make it out. If you can see, there's an arrow pointed up on this top icon, which is the one that's pushed in. That means that this scraper's rear transmission was not engaged. It was in neutral. It was not providing any torque, was not providing any power. So he was just burning gas in that rear engine. He needed to make sure that that button was pressed down because that was the engaged position. And you can see the arrow pointing down to the bar there. So you need to take a look at this. Whenever you hop in a scraper, it's always a good idea to take a look at this switch and make sure that that rear transmission is in the engaged position. So, pretty much as a general rule, 99% of the time, your rear transmission should be engaged. Very rarely, mostly just for maintenance reasons, would you ever need to put that rear transmission in neutral. So most of the time, you shouldn't have to mess with this switch. But always take a look at it. Make sure that it's where it should be. You never know who's gotten in the cab before you, and if they are clicking buttons for whatever reason, that's okay. But you need to make sure that you take a look at this switch and understand what it means. You don't want to be the operator that's driving around with no power in his back axle just because he didn't click a switch the right way. So that was a quick training for you for the neutral run control on a scraper. This button kind of looks the same in any model. You should be able to see it. It's that gear with the arrows and the bar. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon.